Hello and welcome. I'm Zach, this is my channel, and this is my very first gameplay video. So I wanted to take a trip down memory lane to play one of my favorite role-playing games, Final Fantasy VII. For the record, I'll be playing it modded with Sunamod's 7th Heaven tool. I've never played the game modded before, so I think it'll be fun to enhance the visuals and get an experience that's a little different from the original, but doesn't deviate too far. So quick background, which really will be quick. Final Fantasy VI, which came out over here as Final Fantasy III in 1994, because reasons, was my gateway to the series. And I was enthralled by this expansive story by Yoshitaka Amano's artwork, which I saw in first Nintendo Power magazine, because nerd, and then in the instruction book, and in character portraits. And that, along with Nobuo Uematsu's music, was the game was a work of art, in my opinion. It was my first serious RPG, but it was also an SNES game, and bumped up against the limitations of what could be done in that system. So fast forward a few years, and commercials start airing for Final Fantasy VII. And it's a changeover from 2D pixel graphics to 3D graphics and characters and environments, and I was blown away by it. It's hard to describe what it was like to play it for the first time, but it was really cool at the time. And instead of this sort of standard fantasy, medieval, swords and sorcery atmosphere, or even something like FF6 with a little bit of steampunk mixed in, we got this very sort of techno-magical, cyberpunky world. And in this story there was exploration of spirituality and environmentalism. Maybe some moralizing about the dangers of unfettered corporate greed. Questions about the morality of using violence to combat oppression or to save the world, even though that part's a little cliched. And there was psychology and exploring what it means to have trauma and loss and to overcome those things and or at least endure them. And it was a lot. I am not one of those people who thinks it was flawless. It's got some silliness and campiness that maybe didn't translate quite as well. Oh, and the translation itself did kind of leave a lot to be desired. This guy are sick quality line. But at its best, I think there was real depth in that game and in that story. And I think that's why, I and people who love that game like to return to the world, or return to that world and the characters in it, and we keep coming back for more. Anyway, end of introduction. Let's start this journey. I'm going to enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it too. Here we go.